What's good, superstars? Back with another video. You got Superstar Joe and you got Superstar Rob in the house. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You with the water bottle today?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you with the water bottle cannon. But yeah, anyways, guys, if you are new here, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, become a superstar. You can walk outside of your workplace and tell the first person you see that you became a superstar, and I'm sure that they will always remember you going forward. So make sure to become a superstar. You can also follow us on Twitter. We're talking there all the time. We're responding to all of things that VEVE posts, that other VEVE influencers are posting. So if you want to see and stay in the now and the know, go check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Send us your videos and pictures, and we will repost them and give you credit. So go follow us over there. We got VEVE. We got Fastos 9.9 million, number 6909. Superstar money, plain and simple. That's what our logo looks like. I'm getting some indigestion right now. But anyways,
Got those hiccups going.
let me pull this down. And let's get into a little bit of some Easter eggs. Easter eggs on Easter, I like to call it.
Yeah,
Matt Gondek came up with the deadbeats, and as you can tell in this video, we've got the common deadbeat that dances around and jumps up and down as long as you have the ultra rare weapon rack. Yeah. Now, the ultra rare weapon rack, when I checked it out, was going for like $250 right now.
Wow.
I don't know now, today, I don't know how high it is, but yesterday or on Easter, it was around 250 gems. Wow. To me, is it worth 250 gems to get a duck that can do this little flap?
No way.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And
it's kind of cool, though.
If this is what they meant, though, by when Alex tweeted that thing about, oh,
you'll see.
Come on.
No.
I mean,
but maybe this isn't the end of it. They just showed that they're willing to do this with Gondek stuff. I have a feeling this isn't the end of their utility.
No. And we've seen it before. We've seen it with the Ghostbusters with Slimer and the Ghost Trap. Things being interactive together. I think that one's actually a cooler example.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they have this link and they've shown it more than once, so it means that they're willing to do something like this going forward.
Right.
I think that's the best part about it. But am I going to spend $250 to get this duck to flap? Absolutely not. I don't even like the ducks in the first place. I didn't go for the drop for that reason. I think they went below retail even with the functionality, just because it's expensive to get them to do this.
Yeah, it's super
I like
expensive.
that one where he's standing on top of Art's head, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good. And you know what? There was another thing. We had a comment from one of the superstars on our last video that asked us what we thought about this. I told him we're not really big into non-Disney IP. One interesting point that he did make was that one of these, and I think it's the rare, actually has the swoosh of the Nike symbol on the shoes.
I think the ultra rare. Yeah.
The ultra rare?
FA Nike shoes or whatever, right?
Well, that's what they were asking. I said, in a way, I'm like, well, it's a speculative play because it's not. I don't think it's endorsed by Nike at all. But if there's maybe the Nike, the shoe collectors when they show up,
ultra rare.
That's the one that have it. There you go.
They have the little swoosh. But the ultra rare is more rare than the secret rare. There's only 1,700 editions. The secret rare has 5,000. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, this might be the play.
Yeah, it's a speculative play just because it has that. I think it's worth it if you want to do it. It's worth it. I don't know how much it's going for right now, but I thought that was a super interesting point. But other than that, no, like we're not here for the Disney. Like we're here for the Disney IP, for the Marvel, for the DC, but mostly the Disney and the Marvel. So something like this, we're gonna stay out of it. Although those who love the art and those who obviously want to have some fun with the cross utility and the animation, then why not go for that common, get that ultra.
I wonder if Andrew Ellis picked this up. I wonder if Andrew Ellis picked up the Andy. Andrew Ellis, if you're watching, let me know in the comments. Did you pick up the Andy? I'm curious. Go check out Andrew Ellis. Great YouTube channel. Also, there is a giveaway going on. If you didn't know about it, Pairology is giving away ultra rare Captain America animated. So if you do not have an animated superhero, this could be your chance. Very easy to get into. Go to Pairology World Community, join the site. Go to our club, Superstar Money, join the club, and just respond. I guess look around the website, see what you like. There's blogs, there's games, there's forums, there's all different types of stuff. Go to the topics tab in our group, our club, and go to Captain America number 3 giveaway. And all you got to do is mention here what your favorite part of the website is, and make sure that you are at least level 3. Your rank is at least level 3. In order to do that, you got to interact with the website. Go do a couple of blogs, maybe respond to some topics. There's a bunch of topics on our club as well. If you want to do that, go play some games. But look, we got a bunch of people in here, but only like 2 pages worth. This is very, very
Good
few
odds.
amount of people.
Very good odds if you want to participate.
Very good odds right now. And some people might not even be there, but right now they are so far. Yeah, level 3. So Sinava just made it. But level 3, look, nice rocks. That's it. This one here, Growler's working on it, but they're going to get there hopefully, and they're going to get an entry, right? So that's how it's going to work. We're going to do a wheel of names on the 21st. So a couple days. Right now, there's like zero competition. So if you're not in the Superstar Money Club on Pairology, make sure you get over here. 173 members. You can't miss it. And this is where you're going to want to come. And then we could talk in the chat and stuff. If you don't win, whatever, it's still a fun time.
Yeah.
So let us get into the topic of the video. And now this is basically something that me and you've been talking about, but I think you went all in on it not too long ago. And it is basically a personal strategy of yours going forward.
Yeah. So I felt that if I'm going to hold something long term, I want to try to find a way to find scarcity where there's no scarcity that exists. So obviously we know that there's some collectibles out there. For example, we just did a drop with the grandpa. I remember the Batman season 6, where I decided to go for the ultra rare because it was the rarest one, and I ended up getting one and then flipping it. However, I'm also a fan of the Pixar Pals, which we've talked about in videos, and I wanted to own the entire set, and I intend to own this set for the long term. So I wanted to find a way to gain some kind of scarcity within that set since I want to hold it anyways. And what I did was I focused on low mints. And I think that for a lot of newer people to VV and a lot of newer people to even NFTs in general, they may not know that the low mint space actually has a premium to it just because of the number. So I think, Woody, what is it? 14,000 mint, is it?
Yeah, 13,999. Yeah, 14,000 mints.
Yeah, 13,999. So when I always had a Woody, but when I decided to complete the set, I
can't even say it with a straight face.
When I decided to complete the set, I said, because it was cheap. I ended up getting like an Edna 900 something at, I think it was 99.99 for under 100. For under 100 gems, I got an Edna, and I picked them all
ultra
up. And
rare.
Ultra rare. I went low mints. I even did it with Cogsworth and Lumiere. I love Beauty and the Beast. It was one of the more depressed golden moments. I got the 00320 because I plan on holding these for the long term, and I know that there's only going to be 999 minus, I think it's 40, right?
Under 1,000, yeah.
VV owns the first 40, I think.
In most cases, yeah.
In most cases. So between 999 and 41, that's the only way you're going to get anything under 1,000. And then obviously from 999 to 100 is the only ones that are 3 digits. So in the long run, I think that there's a group of people who are more likely to try to match mints in that range.
Yeah.
You're more likely to try to find physical copies of collector items in that range. And of course I pay a little bit of a premium, but right now in this bear market, you're not paying that much of a premium in comparison to the floor.
No,
right?
Exactly. So I'm going to try and pull up Woody the collectible from the marketplace, and maybe this will be the last video we talk about Woody.
Yeah, well, while you're pulling that up, I'll say one more thing though. There is a con to the strategy, which is that they tend to be harder to sell. So
100%.
if you're a flipper, even if you think you're getting a deal at the time, just because you list it compared to the other prices, it doesn't mean you're gonna get that. Like the price of the low mints is always a lag in comparison to the floor. So if the floor drops, what we find is that the low mints will eventually follow, but it seems to be more reactive than the leader. So obviously, if the floor rises, so will your low mint, and it always seems to trade at some multiple. The lower the number, the better. Sub 200 is going to be better than the 800s or the 900s.
Yeah, and it's looking like for Woody, for example, sub 1,000 right now. I think the floor right here shows 170, but the sub 1,000, the cheapest one I could find right now is like 269.
Yeah,
which is number 609, and other than that, everything is higher than that. So you're basically $100 more just because you're low mint. So we do know that those low mints, people are less likely to sell them, especially some premium IP. I mean, Toby, you might see him going around low mints being sold all the time, but for example, Woody, premium IP, sub 1,000, basically there's only ever going to be 1,000 sub 1,000 minus the 40 that VeVe has, like Rob said. So you're making your own scarcity. One that I have in my collection that I've had since the beginning of time is I flipped my Avengers logo at 700 gems into Elsa. So I have an Elsa number. Let me see the number she is.
I think it was
she's sub 1,000. but I think she's like 900 something.
Yeah, I think it was in the 900s.
Yeah, 938. So I have also 938, and I paid 1100 gems. Right now it's 1120 for the floor, but at the time when I bought her 1100, I think it was like 900 maybe for the floor. I got lucky that it was only a couple hundred more for the 3-digit, and I don't think it was as big of a deal. Like people weren't as aware as they are now of the low mint. So right now, if I were to look at something sub 1,000 Elsa, let me check that quickly. I bet you got a little bit of a premium on it.
And you also did it closer to the actual drop time.
Yeah.
So the collectors who actually want to own it long term, as more time goes on, more of them will grab these 3-digit mints, these 2-digit mints, and actually hold it for the long term.
So it's like 1.4. You can get in the 900s for 1.4. So basically like a 300 gem difference. And that to me is worth it in itself, that people maybe will not list these digits at the floor. So it kind of holds your premium longer term. But again, like Rob said, this is a long-term play. I wouldn't do it as if I was a flipper, because getting in and out of them really, really tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I want to flip. And there is a strategy that maybe you could try to snipe some mistakes. But just as more time goes on with collectibles that have been out, there's less and less of those mistakes. Maybe right off the drop, 2 days after the drop, you'll be able to find it. Your Elsa, it was months and months ago. A lot of the people who want to own a low mint Elsa own it by now. Woody was a little bit closer, probably less of a multiple. On the next NFT pump, I think these low mints will pump at even greater multiple than they are showing right now, because of that expectation and that finding scarcity where no scarcity exists in the first place.
And if you want to get out, like this is another point. If you do want to get out and you have no other option, you need to get out and you have to sell for the floor, your low mint is going to sell right away.
In seconds.
It's going to sell right away. So it is in a way liquid, but you are paying a premium. So maybe you won't be getting what you paid for it. But if you do need to get out and get into gems, having that lower mint is making it a lot easier to sell at the floor. Because sometimes the floor, like we said yesterday, is not the floor.
Right. And it's kind of weird. Like I actually know of a story where there was I think it was a McQueen was listed higher than the peers in it. So like I think it was like a 2 something, and then you had the hundreds that were actually listed lower than the 2, and that 2 ended up selling. That 200 one ended up selling, just because you're going to find these mint matchers. You're going to find people, when you're in those 3-digit mints, you're going to find people who are willing to actually pay a little bit more just to get the full set, and they want all of them to be number 255.
Yeah.
So they have a full group set. So you even get into those plays, you got to be patient on it. If you're gonna grab these, you got to be patient on them. Maybe you might want to match them yourself just to be a nice collector. They were saying with MCP Pro, you can actually show your mint number.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So maybe you have the whole set, you show the whole set, right? And then they all match. So this is I kind of like a strategy, especially for newer people to VeVe or newer people to the blockchain in general. I think that there's opportunity here if you do branch out into different NFT projects, which I recently did with my favorite sports team.
Yeah.
I think that there's going to be opportunity when the secondary market on those projects open up.
Oh, you learn from VeVe, and when you go there, maybe the people coming into that project aren't familiar with VeVe.
Right.
So you have kind of a leg up. You know that mint number kind of matters on VeVe. So maybe in that project it does as well, but people don't know it yet.
It probably will. So mint number 9, the person who owns that may not be as familiar with the concept of blockchain. They might be just a sports fan who bought that NFT because they want to
sell it for 2x the mint price, and
or maybe not at all. Maybe they'll just list it right away to flip it because they'll see the floor. They paid 30, the floor is now 300. They just go list it at 300 to get out. But that number 9 should actually be worth at a multiple of that 300
once people figure it out.
Yeah. So this is a strategy just to consider, not with just VeVe, but with any other NFT project someone might watch this video might be in.
Cool. So I think that's good enough for this video. If you guys learned something, let us know. If not, you can always become a superstar.
Join
that guy at work, that girl at work, when you get on the elevator, they want to know about it. So make sure you tell them.
Yeah, tell them that you're a superstar, because you just joined the superstar fam when you smash that subscribe button. And we love to hear from you. Like Joe said, comment below what you think about this video. I'm sure many people who are subscribed to this channel probably already know about the low mints, but if you're someone who's new, let us know below. Let us know if you currently own a low mint. Do you plan on owning more of them? Are you going to pick them up for the long term? Or do you own them for different reasons that we didn't talk about? Let us know below, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you.
Bye.